Great time.
Honestly, one of the best nostalgia experiences. They did everything that I wanted them to do with that movie for sure.
Yeah, and it you know, a lot of people as adults and they appreciate the movie, but you know, it's just something you got to take in differently.
Yeah,
So,
no doubt. I mean, it was the most basic plot you could ever think of a movie, but I mean, at least it wasn't just saving the princess basic.
no, for sure. Hey, what's up, my people? We're back on the Third Eye Review, and this is episode 19, but we're in season 2. I ain't been labeling the seasons, but we're still like just, you know, in the Third Eye. But we're rocking episode 19. We got the first guest on the Third Eye, mostly superheroes pod, Andy Hunn, the Giggler. If you if you listen to the podcast, so glad to have you here, man. He made the drive down from St. Louis, and appreciate you having you.
Thank you for having me. The barn is already better than expected. It's good to be here.
The barn is hot, man. Yeah, like first time being here. How do you like it? How do you like the spot?
Man, it's just like our studio. Like I find something different out of the corner of my eye every time I look around. There's so much cool shit in here. Like I could just be in here for hours.
No, for sure. And that's what it's all about, man. And you know, I feel like a good studio brings a good pod and the vibes, and so you guys know all about that stuff. And yeah, that's where it starts for sure. But glad to have you, man. This is the Into the SpiderVerse deep dive, so we'll be talking about Into the SpiderVerse. Superhero lover here, of course. So you know, this is one of the greater movies of superheroes, animation films, and all that. So we're gonna dive into that. Talk about why we love the film. You know, what the different things we loved about the film. Miles coming into the Spider-Man. Him being different from all the other Spider-Mans, you know, Tom Holland, Tobey Maguire, and Amazing Spider-Man Andrew Garfield. So we're going to talk about that and what we expect from the movie coming up, and it's going to be a good pod, man. I can't wait.
Dude, I'm ready.
You rewatched it today?
Yep. Watch it today. Actually, I started it last night, fell asleep, so I finished it up today. But man, it literally gets better every time. No, that's how you know it's like a classic.
No,
movie.
For sure. Yeah, and that's what I was gonna say for sure. I'm a big guy on like it's hard to watch movies truly like unless it's like a background movie. You know, someone doing some things, put a movie on and stuff. It's hard to truly sit down and watch movies twice and enjoy it. But them are one of them ones that's like on that list. You know, just
oh yeah,
you're gonna watch differently every time and still appreciate it every time. So yeah, Into the SpiderVerse released in 2018. It's a kind of older movie, but still great. When you first watched it in 2018, I didn't watch it until 2020. So when you watched it in 2018, yeah. So did you go to the theaters or?
I think I saw this in theaters. Yeah, I was sleeping on it for a bit for sure. Like most movies, I see opening night Thursday. ASAP. I just bought tickets for The Flash like June 12th, Monday, the first day it even comes out.
Oh
so
damn!
I was like I can't have time where other people know about the movie and I don't.
That's how I feel too.
My personality. Yeah. I don't know why. But man, I just remember being like, this is different. This is something like that we really needed. Like all these other superhero movies are getting kind of they're just too alike, really. And this is just a nice fresh change of pace. Like just beautiful movie for real.
So I was watching the Wire on YouTube, and they go into different movies and dissect like with directors and producers how they shot the film and stuff, and the illustration team and the creative team on this movie, they were talking about that. They were like, you guys as movie lovers gave that demand for like the movie to be different and good in a way for like because how Marvel was growing and stuff, and they definitely delivered on that for sure. And I'm very appreciative of that. And like they said on shooting the film, that it comes from a lot of sketches and drawing and stuff. So like I feel like the small things I like within the movie is really feeling into like the comic style, you know, within the color schemes and stuff and all that. And they said like, you know, and really feeling like the expressions as a person through animation. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they did that great within the creative team. And they said like the small things within like scrunchions and facial expressions was just like the stroke of like a ink pen of the hand that makes it feel so true. And I feel like that something that little is so much bigger than like CGI and stuff that can make you appreciate a movie, you know?
For sure. I mean, honestly, that was the best part of the movie. Like these movies are like comic book movies. So like this kind of like brought that out to the forefront, and like a lot of people kind of forget that like these are like superhero movies are just so huge now and so normal things, but like that's where it all came from. So like to pay homage to like the source material that well is awesome, and I'm that's why we're here. We're getting excited for this next movie.
And it was so different, but like it goes back to such the comic feel. It's original and has that originality to it, and I feel like that's why it was such a loved film and highly critics, and it's just a great film.
Yep.
Did you like what did you appreciate about Miles that he makes him different from all the other Spider-Mans?
Just seeing this story, like we've seen this story so many times, and I just love how they make this, like it's the same story but it's a little different, and I still got that same vibes, like when, like obviously he doesn't have, it's not his Uncle Ben in this situation, but like in No Way Home when they're all on the roof having that conversation, like you kind of felt that at that time during at that point in the movie when he has a similar conversation with Peter. So I mean, they killed it in that aspect. Miles is amazing, like just from playing the video game too. Have you played that, the PlayStation?
Yeah, I haven't played it, but I've seen people playing it, and
man, I recommend that to anyone.
And people like so my buddy, I go to his house, and they have a little kid or whatever, and he'll be playing it. I'm like, that's Miles, and he'll be like, he just calls him Spider-Man, and it, there's just so many different Spider-Man, and that's just, I don't even call him Spider-Man, I call him Miles, so that's just how different he is, and that's just how different he is, and the appreciation for him is and stuff. So I appreciated Miles because I feel like it took me back to being just like that 16-year-old kid with like trying to think about like what you were doing after high school and stuff, and like outside of sports and stuff, and just the thing that made you feel out of the world and no one else like knew about. It was just kind of your own thing, and I just kind of felt when he was trying to become the Spider-Man, and it was just really deep with me, and his dad and the connection with his dad, not understanding how Spider-Man truly is and stuff, and that's what life and your family and things, like not understanding things you might enjoy, and people in life not enjoying things you might enjoy and stuff, and just accepting you for who you are and the things that come with it. And I just love that Miles has like the trial of all that, even with the Spider-Man, with going to the Spider-Verse and meeting all them and becoming Spider-Man in the movie. And it was just really great to see, just being different in your own way, but it all coming together, people accepting it for who you are,
Oh yeah.
And you got any questions for me on the movie?
Oh man, how many times do you think you watched it by now?
Oh, only like 6.
6?
Yeah, only like 6. I try not to burn out. I try not to burn out on it, but I love it every time. I love it every time.
You said it was in your top 10 ever, right?
Yes, for sure. It's
that?
on number 4 right now.
Okay.
Yeah, and I watch a lot of movies, so that like moves a lot.
But that makes it even more impressive, like the fact.
Oh, for sure, 100%
all time for somebody that watches as much movies as you.
So what makes you appreciate a movie?
Man,
like when you watch it, like when it's all over.
I've realizing a lot lately, the past few years, is just emotion, like make me feel something, like like more than others. Like there's a lot of movies that I go into now that you just get through the whole thing and you're like, that was a good movie, but like you didn't have any moments that you just kind of like highs and lows. Like I'm here for those like huge moments, like Thanos coming out in Endgame. Like that's like, give me that. Yes. Sometimes it takes 10 movies to get there. Sometimes like you can have that in one movie. Like we just talked about Top Gun Maverick. Like that was a movie that I like, in the middle of that movie, I'm just like, wow, I never want this to end.
Yes.
Like, that's what I want to go to theaters for.
And speaking of theaters, so where do you dibble and dabble like, do you have one theater you go to, or do you go to different places?
Yeah, we've been all in on Ronnie's.
Yeah,
huge Ronnie's fan.
Huge Ronnie's.
And me and the wife love to dabble in that arcade in there a bit. Maybe go to Three Kings for dinner before, something like that.
Is that in Ronnie's?
It's it's like in that plaza.
Okay.
There's a few other decent restaurants.
So I need to give myself more time to do that. Maybe eat before a movie and stuff. But like if I get full before a movie, bro,
that's true.
I'm sleeping.
That's
I'm comfy.
True. You're right.
But I like that vibe. Keep going.
Yeah. Then but we recently went to Alamo Draft House at the Foundry downtown, and it was one of the best experiences ever, man.
For real?
You
only went one time?
I've been there once. I need to go back. It's like, I know getting dined in your theater, like having waiters is not a new thing, but they don't have a lot of that around here, really, I feel like.
So they do that?
But this does this so well. Like it was so nice. It was not distracting at all. I ate, I had some fried pickles, some Mike and Ike's, and a couple beers during the movie. Like,
damn.
You can't do that in many other places.
No.
It was expensive, but I mean.
So you'll go to Ronnie's or like B&B, and like they'll cut alcohol off early, you know.
Yeah. And also like, yeah, it's just you can't order it at your seat. Like I don't want to miss a second of any movie.
No.
So
I'm trying to see the trailers too. You know, I'm trying to see what's coming out and all that.
Yeah.
Like Oppenheimer. That's how. If I didn't see the trailer to that in theaters, I wouldn't probably be on it.
my God,
Can't wait.
That looks amazing.
I can't wait. Yeah, let's dive back into the Spider-Man. But yeah, I'm gonna be shout out to Alamo, shout out to Ronnie's. Yeah, great places to watch some movies. What's your go-to snack when you go to the movies?
Let's see. I definitely Mike and Ike's. Like I said, that's number one candy right there. Any gummy candies like that.
Sour Patch
Kid for sure. Yeah, Sour Patch Kids are
Yeah.
fire. Especially they have those watermelon ones are the
gosh.
best ever.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge popcorn guy, but
No,
just throw that in a Diet Dr Pepper. That's all I need.
Yep.
That's
I'm the candy over popcorn all day.
Yeah.
And give me a sweet tea. I'm rocking the sweet tea for sure.
Oh yeah,
Sweet tea.
that's a good choice too.
Yeah, I grew out of the icy days. I was like after like the 14, 15.
Ices.
Yeah, I grew out of the ices, not getting them no
Man,
more.
You're right. It's been about a decade. You know what? You might have motivated me though. Next time I go in there, I might snag one to see what it's like.
But yeah, shout out Mostly Superheroes, and yeah, Mostly Superheroes times Third Eye right here. Kind of talk about what you guys' platform brings.
Oh yeah, so we are a monthly pursuit for the world best stories. That's what we our tagline is. It started off as a weekly, but we're down to monthly now. The time constraints.
That's life, man. It's
Yeah,
life.
life gets in the way sometimes. But man, we are having the best time. Like
Yep.
Logan had me on just at a situation like this a few years ago, and he was like, "You want to come on the podcast one time?" And then it just turned into every week. Like it's honestly the one of the coolest experiences. Like I'm honored to be a part of it. Like the event that we're having in June, we're having an event for a few local charities, just like doing a movie premiere event. Like we've been thinking about doing this for years now, and finally came to fruition. But man,
And it's great that a theater let you guys do that stuff.
yeah,
too.
yeah, for sure. That's at Alamo Draft House. I mean, we're basically movie comes out that we all enjoy. We'll just text each other, be like, "Hey, let's record next week." We'll talk about we'll sit there. We'll talk about whatever we're watching at that time. That's one of our big things. We talk about we have what we call the meat is like the feature. Obviously, our last one was Guardians of the Galaxy 3. You had a great episode on that kind of. That touched on it, man. That movie was fire.
Fire. We're gonna talk about Marvel movies after a little bit of spider talk, but
Good.
keep going.
But yeah, I mean, it's so much fun. Like we honor the fans a lot. Fan mail.
Yes,
is
I love
our
that.
favorite
That's my
section.
favorite part. Is
I know, because like that's the thing. A lot of times you're trying to get on these talk to these podcasts and like network with them. Like that's just part of it. Like,
Yes.
you gotta pay service to your fans or you're nothing.
For sure.
But man, it's so much fun. I'm loving it. And honestly, if without doing it, I wouldn't be in situations like I'm at right now.
Right, for sure. And I appreciate you guys. I love the pod, man. Keep doing what you guys are doing,
Thank you.
and keep watching the movies. Back to the Spider-Man talk. So Spider-Man and Peter, I feel like that was one of the bigger things that made me love the movie as well. Just how he was just so real and just like becoming the Spider-Man. Just he really didn't have expectations of Miles, being a certain Spider-Man, but just, hey man, this is the suit of just becoming Spider-Man. What made you appreciate their bond?
Man, just the leap of faith right there.
Yeah.
Like, I was just like, this is so real. Like just seeing it this time again, I didn't really pick up on the hugeness of that in the movie. But man, their relationship, it's just something so different that we really needed in this movie.
And the voiceover, God, the Jake, his name's Jake
Johnson, I think.
Yeah,
Jake
Johnson. I thought it was that, but I didn't want to be wrong. Man, he's just, his movie background, he's a really like funny guy and stuff, but he just does great in this film with, bringing his originality of, being a comedian and stuff, but at the right times blending that seriousness.
Yep.
And, the time of just really connecting with the movie watcher. He does that great and with his voice. And I feel like all the people that does casting in this movie, the voiceover is just great and powerful. You just
Yep.
really feel into the animation.
Yep.
And have you watched Puss in Boots?
No, I haven't.
Oh, dude. So they definitely took their style of shooting the film from Spider-Verse. So like when you watch that, you're gonna appreciate Spider-Verse 10 times more.
Okay,
So
good.
it's just crazy how that style of animation is like that comic style animation is starting to take over. Like, what'd you appreciate about that? And like, like it's just where's Spider-Verse rank on your movies?
I put it in. Let's see, in the Marvel movies. It's easiest for me to rank those all together. It's like a whole different path of life right there. I put it definitely like in the top like 15 overall. Somewhere,
Okay.
I think maybe it's probably somewhere in like the 10-15 range. Over there. But man, it's like the animation is honestly my favorite part of it all. It's
and you're a comic guy, so like I'm sure like that you're like, oh man, like this is like
yeah, exactly. It's like it just takes you back, but at the same time it's so new. It's so cool. Like just like start to finish. It was such an enjoyable experience
and
watching it today again.
Yes, and Seth Rogen, the new the Ninja Turtles is coming out. That's Spider-Verse style. Like,
oh yeah.
So man, like everybody, you can just see the appreciation of that film through a lot of stuff that's coming out today. Like I said, it came out in 2018, so it's kind of not really, but kind of older film.
Yeah.
With it being 20, it's crazy. It's 2023. I feel like 2016 was yesterday, but yeah,
Right
it's
there
just
with you, man.
it's just crazy how this film it's gonna stand the test of time for sure.
Yeah. No, exactly.
And the movie's coming out in a couple weeks. When are you going to see it?
I don't have my tickets yet. Man,
you better get 'em. You're gonna be waiting.
It's surely going to be day one. There's no doubt about that.
Got that.
But I think I might try it out Alamo and see if I can get some. Get a full ass meal in there when I'm watching the movie.
So the only let me ask you about this about Ronnie. So is it just me, or do you hate that you can't recline in the IMAX?
Yeah, that's one of the reasons. Ronnie's been souring on me.
So
lately.
do you go to?
I don't know why.
Do you go the super screen instead so you can?
My wife hates IMAX because it's too loud. So I kind of like switch back and forth. There's like the big movies that I like have to see in IMAX. I'm like, we're seeing it in IMAX.
Like Guardians?
Like, I can't not see that in IMAX. Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry, Steph.
Right.
But like we're back row crew always. I think we're on the same
yeah.
team there. But I'm 100% agree. Like it sucks.
Yes, it does.
I want to have a better experience, and that's why I think that like where Alamo isn't fully IMAX. It's still a decent.
It looks spacious
it's
in
a
there.
good screen. There's space, right? Exactly. And to be able to order your food,
Yeah.
all you got to do is press a button.
Really?
Boom, they come. They have a menu there. You have pieces of paper, a pencil. You just write it down and press a button. And they just come grab it and bring
Damn.
it to you. It's amazing.
What was your favorite scene from Into the Spider-Verse?
Man, let me think. Honestly, just the final battle, just when everything's just changing up. And it's just so creative in the way they did that. And let me think. I think I'm sticking with that one for sure.
Got that one. I like the final battle. The final battle is really dope. It is
Kind of lame picking the final battle as a
No,
favorite
no.
scene, but like, it was just a perfect climax. Like, the movie was so well paced too, but just
Yeah.
leading up to that, I was just like, this Kingpin guy's got to go, man.
No, for sure. I would say the battle with the Prowler. I feel like that was the real turn of the movie where Miles was like, really, it was really a test. Of, hey, what are you gonna do? And with this, I don't want to give any spoilers for anybody that hasn't watched it, but what does follow after that? It's kind of tough to resonate. Do you want to fall into being the Spider-Man and stuff, or just stay being Miles? Because of what your dad believes in Spider-Man and all that. So I feel like that was really the point of the movie, of overcoming and test and trialing. So that was one of my favorite scenes, especially seeing how they were bonding when Miles was spray tagging the wall, and the dope image at the end of that. Like at the end of that was very beautiful.
Yep.
So seeing how that relationship began and unfolded was really dope to me.
Yeah. Talk about emotion, like that scene where his uncle passed and then his dad walks up.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, man, that's just too real.
And then think to Spider-Man, and then like it's crazy.
Yeah.
And then that last scene, like I do love the final battle, because the last scene with Miles, like, he's overcoming, and his dad's rooting on, like, Spider-Man, get up, and his dad still don't know he's Spider-Man, at the end of the movie, even though he gives him the hug and embraces him. I feel like, he kind of is starting to get it, but I feel like we'll get that in the second one.
Yep. Oh, I hope so. I really do.
What do you look?
That's the best part, like, about Spider-Man overall, and makes his stories the best. Is just him handling, like dealing with the two sides. It's
Yes, for sure, for sure.
so well done.
What are you looking forward to the most coming into Across the SpiderVerse?
Dude, just give me all the Spider-Man. Like it's,
Yeah.
it's just like I have so much. Like I watched a breakdown today. It was like from Emergency Awesome. I think it was that they broke down like 20 that they saw in the trailer, and like these are so random. And this is just open up the door for like, because this movie came out before we were even talking about No Way Home.
Oh,
coming
yeah,
out with,
yeah.
like multiple Spider-Men. So this kind of like opened that door, really. And now we're talking. People are talking about the big guys, the Tom Holland, Tobey Maguire, and Andrew Garfield actually like voicing characters or like somehow appearing. Like that's interesting to me for sure. But even if that doesn't happen, it's still going to be a great movie. We
sure.
don't need that at all.
No.
We could have 250 random Spider-Men and I'm in.
Yes, Lego Spider-Man. Spider-Man 2099. There's gonna be a lot of Spider-Man. I'm excited too. I would say I'm excited for the spot. I'm excited to see what he's gonna bring to the screen. I feel like it's gonna be a different test from Kingpin, and I feel like within the animation style that the first movie brought, I feel like within this villain, it's gonna go into a whole different world. It's gonna go into the third eye world, and I love it.
Oh, that's a great point.
Yes, I just love it. I'm here for it. I just can't wait to 2 hours. I'm here for the 2 hours and 30 minutes, baby. I cannot wait.
Is that what this one's going to be?
Yeah.
Oh, good. 'Cause
Yeah.
This
It wasn't
Into
enough. The
Spider-Verse
first one
was short. Yeah, I was like, this is. I need more.
Yes, it was not enough. 2 hours and 30s. Yes, give me it. I need it.
Dude. Yeah, dude.
And I feel like the music within the first movie too, like within the scenes of the movie, and
Oh, yeah.
just the background musics and the tracks and all that. I love. Have you watched Intergalactic?
Yes.
So that's Spider-Verse.
Yes.
Loved
exactly. Oh man, I'm a huge Kid Cudi fan, and that like I hadn't listened to him in years, and I watched that on Netflix.
Yes.
And I was like, this is amazing.
A great
The album
piece.
was so good, and now I have had him on repeat for like a month now, listening to nothing else.
Man, that movie. Shout out Intergalactic, and
That was so good.
shout out if you love Into the Spider-Verse, you'll love that film. Go check it out. I feel like everyone should at least watch that movie one time, and it just has a good understanding of a movie. You're gonna be thinking somehow at the end of the movie. And Kid Cudi did great on the art in it. And shout out Into the Spider-Verse just for inspiring a lot of animation that gets adults still happy to watch films.
That's for real.
Animation is not dead.
I'm glad you said that because that on Netflix is so good. Like,
Yes.
And I remember watching. I was like, this is just like Spider-Verse, and I hadn't seen Spider-Verse in a long time. And today,
Bro, you gotta watch Puss in Boots. Peacock. It's on Peacock.
okay, good to know.
It is so good. I was my Puss in Boots experience. Me and my girlfriend went, and we were the oldest in there, but we had the best time. Like all kids in there watching, Puss in Boots, and with their parents and stuff. But like we were the oldest in there to enjoy the movie. That were actually there to watch it. Outside of the kids and stuff, and I was right there with them. The greatest endless. It was a great movie.
All right, I'm in. Do I need to watch because that's from the Shrek universe, right?
Yeah, you don't need to watch,
Need to watch anything
You're good.
else?
You're
All
good.
right,
No, you're good.
I didn't know if I need to catch up on my Shrek.
No, you're good.
Cool.
But the end of the movie, you're gonna be thinking about some Shrek.
All right, good.
Yes. So, Marvel question. So, give me your Marvel starting 5,
Starting 5. All right.
superhero wise.
Starting 5 superheroes or movies?
No.
What do you think?
Superheroes. Then we'll go movies.
Oh, superheroes. I would go Iron Man, and that's all thanks to Robert Downey Jr. Like he just killed it in that role. It's amazing.
I can't see no one else in it.
Really? Yeah. No way.
Yeah.
No way. I'd go Spider-Man 2. Throw Thor in there.
Which Spider-Man?
My favorite of that 3. I got to stick with Tom Holland for now.
Okay. Me too.
And then we go with, man, this is a really hard question. Most people go with the movies, so the actual characters, this is a tough one. Honestly, I'm just throwing all the Guardians into one. I'm so high on them
Yeah,
right
they're
now.
like as your third pick.
That movie
Yeah.
was so good. That's a cheap
respect.
throwing them all together, but like, man.
No, that is one pick. Yeah.
How do you pick a favorite out of those?
No, that is a bundle.
That whole movie.
I
like,
would too.
That whole movie, even together, would
You
just
can't take one and get the package.
Yeah, it brought out how honestly how good individually still they all are too. Like,
Shout out James Gunn, man. Like
I know, I just can't. Wait to see
I was thinking about that film yesterday. Just like I've been bumping the track. Like I've been bumping the Guardians to the new movie. I've been waking up bumping it. I just been thinking about every song that's on the
It's amazing.
It's beautifully done.
And I've listened to that, probably 100 times in the last 2 weeks also.
Yeah, it's just
that and Kid Cudi, that's it. Those are my two things that are on my Spotify.
what. Yeah, I mean, what? Oh, outside of that, before you go into your fourth and fifth, which is your favorite Guardians?
3. Gotta be 3.
My bad. You said the third one? For sure?
Yeah, I'd go.
So rank them.
I think my ranking was the same as you. 3, 1, 2.
Okay.
But 2 was still great. Like
It was still great. I enjoyed it.
Those 3 movies are all still like probably all in that top 15 of my Marvel movies overall. So it's so good.
Fourth and fifth.
Fourth and fifth. Throw me, dude.
I'm surprised you have not went Cap. Most people go people go Cap.
Cap is. I'm leaning towards him, but I'm like, where can I improve there? But I go him 4. I don't know. I don't know why. I just never got huge on Captain America. It's
Me neither.
Him and Superman. I don't know why. Or those two are just like those are ones that everyone loves, but I just don't. I don't know why. Let me go 5 there. Throw me the Hulk. Man, the Hulk's had a great run lately. Mark Ruffalo's hilarious in that role, and I want to see him in like another Hulk movie.
So mine's a little different. Give me Iron Man. Iron Man's 1. I'm going Doc. Doc Strange.
Okay,
he's 2.
There you go.
Seeing multiverse and just how like he did a lot, like from his original movie and then the MCU building through Phase 4 or whatever. And then coming to Infinity and Endgame, like he did a lot in his powers and all that. And then when Multiverse came, and him at the end of the movie and all that, like what he overcame, I was just like, oh yeah, like yo, Buddy is here for like the stand. You know, like he's very powerful, and he's just like he can do a lot, and people just sleep on him. You know,
you're right.
And that's just I love Doc. I love Doc Strange. He's almost up there, like crossing the path for me for Iron Man. And if I think about Iron Man a lot,
That's a good combo right there.
Yeah, give me Doc, give me Iron Man, and I love them both. I love their quirkiness in Infinity and Endgame, how they're arguing and stuff. I love it. Give me I'm going Tom Holland too at 3 spot. I'm going Tom Holland. He's just great. You know, his Spider-Man. I can really connect to his Spider-Man.
Yeah,
you know?
I know a lot of people aren't getting their 4th movies, but he needs to get that one.
Yes, he does. He does. Yes. My 4th, I think I went Thor. I think I did. Yeah, Thor, and I went Hulk. Thor and Hulk. I like Thor. Thor. He just always brought me. He brought more joy to the screen to me than Cap did. So I always put Thor there. And you know, he's just the first Thor movie is just gas. Like I love it. Like
you're right.
One of the best original movies to the Marvel, and I was here for it. You know, he had to overcome a lot to come what he is.
And that's on the same part there. I didn't know anything about Thor before Chris Hemsworth, and he just like blossomed up that character.
Yes.
I mean, unreal. Like he just came out of nowhere.
And what is give me your 5 Marvel movies, your top 5.
All right, this is good. I debate, and this just like that other list is subject to change every freaking day because that's just how I am. But right now, this is pretty set, and I have a new entry in the top 5. I think now after the last month, but definitely Endgame, Infinity War, top there. Then I got No Way Home.
Okay,
just that feeling of those that I mean,
yes,
we all knew was coming, but how they delivered.
So I caught COVID in the No Way Home premiere.
Oh no.
Yeah, so
it was worth it though.
No, it was not. So like I was in so much pain. Like I literally looked over to my buddy that I went there with, and I was like, "Look, I don't care what happens in this movie. I'm going to sleep, and I'm just gonna buy it like when it comes out." So I went to like it came out like 3 months later, and I went in third eye style on my couch and bought it, and oh my god, it was like awesome Spider-Man.
Okay, there we go.
I ended up getting to enjoy it, but I didn't enjoy it in the movies, and I hated that.
You got your redemption.
Yes,
that's all that matters.
But go ahead.
So we got. I think honestly, right now, 4th is Guardians 3.
Okay, I respect that.
Like I the fact that I've seen it twice and I'm trying to go see it again, like that's amazing.
Yeah.
And then Civil War would be 5th.
Okay.
It's American Civil War. That movie just is almost an Avengers movie.
I respect that. So Guardians 3 is actually 2 on mine.
Okay.
It's I just did my Marvel rank on my Letterboxd, so you can check that out, Darryl Buckhanan on Letterboxd. So mine actually goes Infinity, it goes Guardians 3, and then I go Endgame, and then I go then I went No Way Home 2, and then I'm gonna actually bump it up because I rewatched it the other day and I still love it. Eternals is my 5th favorite.
Oh wow.
I liked it. Like that, like it was just different. Like it was just different, you know. And I could Sprite, like I really the narration and
Like
the
that.
originality to the film, like as a movie watcher and outside of like I wasn't thinking of it being a Marvel movie. I was just thinking of it like just enjoying it as a movie, and I respected it. Like
I actually love to hear that because that's in the middle of mine, and most people put that towards the bottom. But like I really enjoyed it. And
No.
you're right. Honestly, if you look at it that way, like I bet if I didn't go into that movie with like Marvel expectations, that I probably would have
bro, Icarus gave me Superman
way
vibes.
more. Yeah. Oh God, yeah. He
Like,
was so good.
Dude, I loved it.
Game of
Like,
Thrones guys were like one of the highlights of that movie.
oh, 100%. 100%. And the music in that movie too, like the beginning shot, the beginning
Yeah.
scene. Man, I love all that. And I've watched that actually a few times, Third Eye style, you know, regular. And man, it's just I love it. And I hate to say it, but it's fifth on my list.
All right, that's a good list.
That's it. That's
number
it for me.
5 there. That's a strong. That's a hot take, I'd say.
Yeah, it is. It is a lot of because it's you know, on Letterboxd it's not highly rated at all. But I feel like that's a great thing about movies. Everyone has different opinions on things.
Yeah.
you know.
Oh,
So
exactly.
like I love Avatar too, and people are like, oh no, it's no, but I love Avatar too.
I ain't even an expert. We just
Yeah, we just love it. But yeah, man, this is I cannot wait for Across the SpiderVerse. Third Eye is gonna be in there June 1st. Yeah, you can catch if you're in Missouri, catch it at Ronnie's. I'm sure it'll be playing everywhere. It was crazy. So Bo Was Afraid, I guess it was an A24 film, so that was only showing at Ronnie's for like 2 weeks. So, you know, some of these movies don't buy movies, but Across the SpiderVerse will definitely be one of the films that'll be out everywhere. And you got anything to shout out? And what do you got going on? What do you guys got going on?
Man, we just got our big event coming up, the June 24th, Alamo Draft House. That's gonna be huge. Other than that, I'm just honestly ready to watch this movie and then get in the studio and record with them because like I got the podcast appetite. Like I gotta get back in there.
And to close it out, what's your besides this? Across the SpiderVerse cannot be one of the movies that you put on the list. What's 3 movies you're looking forward to watching this summer
This summer,
at the theaters?
The Flash is number 1. Like Batman '89 was like what brought me into this world. Like I watched that movie every day as a kid, so much that I mean, my babysitters all hated me for that reason. Like my parents probably hated me because my mom just said the other day, she's like, you used to wake up in the middle of the night and turn the movie on. And I was like, okay. Well, now Keaton's back. So, I mean, this is like
Meant to be.
groundbreaking for me. Like, I'm so ready for this. I've been looking forward to it for so long.
So, like, I don't know if you follow like IGN and all that stuff. But, you know, Tom Cruise, they said he got specially delivered to his house to watch. And the guy, like, the guy waited at his house for him to watch it. And after he got it back, he had to call the director and said, like, it was a movie that people need right now and stuff. And Tom Cruise, the last, like, we were talking about Top Gun Maverick before this, like, that was the last theater experience I was like, oh, besides Bo Was Afraid, that I was like, man, I just felt like into the movie. And everyone is hyping up The Flash, like, right now. Stephen King said it was great, got a preview. So I'm really ready for The Flash, too.
Yeah, it's going to be massive, honestly. I'm so ready for that. What else is there? We got The Marvels. That movie looks like it's gonna be really fun.
Great trailer.
Yeah, the trailer got me really into that. I wasn't really sure what it was even gonna be about. So I'm like, I'm all in for that.
I wonder how they're gonna bring. Oh well, we're gonna have Secret Invasions come out. So so that would be big.
That'll be very soon.
Yeah, because Nick Fury's been gone. Like, I ain't seen him in a few years.
Yeah, that's gonna be my favorite part of that. Going in, I thought I'd want to see a lot of Avengers in that show because it's Skrulls and they could be. Technically, there could be people that were Skrulls the whole time. So who knows? I don't think we're going to see that. I think it's going to be solely on Nick Fury, and I'm fine with that.
And I think it needs to be
because he's been out of the limelight for so long.
Yes.
What's he been doing? Show us, Nick.
Yes. we need all that. And what's your third?
Man, I don't even know. What is?
I'm going. So I might be able to help you out. What's coming out? We got Barbie. You got Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer's number 1 on my list. And then give me The Flash. What was the third one I had? There's a lot. It wasn't Ninja Turtles. Transformers coming out too. Excited for that. Oh, the Spider-Man sticker I never even saw. Shout out that right there, right in front of us.
There we go. It's just peeking at us.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of what else is coming out. You got Oppenheimer.
That's got to be it for me. 3. I mean, that movie looks.
Yeah, I think it's
so intense.
Oppenheimer. And yeah, Across the SpiderVerse you got to put up there too, though.
Yeah, I would put it as third
Yeah.
if I had to.
And yeah, shout out anybody you want to shout out at this time, podcast or whatever.
Oh, just shout out to, let's see, we're big buddies with Jock and Nerd. That's one of Logan's like inspirations for our show.
Okay.
So we're our pod pals. I guess we're pod pals now for sure.
What's up.
Shout out to that. Good to
what's
be here,
up.
man.
Yes, sir.
But I mean, yeah, just I'm excited to hopefully we can get Logan, Scott, Dan in here sometime.
And you said on the 21st, I can just, so you guys are hosting that event. You can just come watch the movie with you guys too, right?
June 24th. Yeah.
You guys gonna watch? Are you guys gonna watch?
We'll have
it too?
tickets available soon, and
Okay.
then yeah, we're for sure. It's like it comes with we're having like there's like a brunch, beers before, then the movie, and then actually like a beer tasting after, sponsored by Well Spent Brewery.
Okay, cool. That sounds dope, man.
Yeah.
Glad you came down. This is Third Eye Review. What I got coming up? So I'll be watching Across the SpiderVerse. Obviously, I'll be in there Thursday night, June 1st. So the next day after that, I will be guesting on Was It Good Though podcast. Be going over there and we'll be having a deep dive into Across the SpiderVerse. And Third Eye will obviously be having an episode probably a week or two after that. Let the movie calm down a little bit and then dive into that as well. And then I'll be looking for your guys' episode on that too. And then the Flash and all that should be rolling in kind of after that in like 3 weeks. But yeah, it's gonna be a lot of Across the SpiderVerse talk for the next 2 weeks to come here in about a week. But before that, please go see Guardians 3 because it is the hottest Marvel movie right now and probably one of the greatest. And it will hold you over for a week and a half until Across the SpiderVerse comes out.
Oh yeah.
Andy, I'm glad you came on, man.
Dude, thank you.
And
awesome.
shout out everybody, shout out the listeners. And this is the Barn, this is Third Eye Review. And shout out the BetterHelp. Get your logo there. And we're out, baby. Catch you next time.
That was sick.
That was great.
Minus the Dave Matthews.